Two cheap late goals from relegation-threatened Telford United last Tuesday made it 7 league games without a win for the Breaks, as they saw 2021 out on a slightly sombre note following a positive start to the season. With just 3 points from possible 15 in their last 5 games, the Breaks are doing just enough to stay within touching distance of the leading pack and keeping their dream of a playoff place alive come the end of the campaign. Following their goalless stalemate on Boxing Day, today sees Leamington complete their winter double date with Gloucester City. The Tigers from Gloucester travel here baring their teeth, hoping to put some distance between themselves and the drop zone, where they sit 4 points above it, with 1 win in their last 5 games and only 3 wins to their name all season. Ledbetter takes the throw in quickly and receives it back once more. Interchanges passes with his captain. And they've played it really well into the box here, Gloucester. And Gloucester managed to get a shot inside. Comes all the way back to Gloucester once more. Jake Weaver gets a save really well down. It was drilled out really hard by Danny King, who found himself with a couple of yards of space inside the box. But the shot was straight at him. But Weaver got down, parried it away from trouble, and Leamington clear the lines. Morley now back in his own half. Tries to find the line ball to Kelsey Mooney. Mooney tries to hand it up and does it really well and finds Meredith on the edge of the box. Meredith with a bit of shape to shoot, and Cole gets down well. Really good play by Kelsey Mooney, held the ball up really well, something we spoke about in the early exchanges. He headed into the feet of Meredith there. Meredith 2-3 touches into the D. Good low drive, but Cole got down well with the sun in his eyes. Flicked on by Andrews. Mooney gets one in the back, but nothing doing again from the referee. Help forward and Gloucester head it away. Meredith helps it back into the box, and Gloucester just looking to clear their lines, not really looking to get the ball down with any sort of gusto, and Mooney has it on the edge of the box now. He's shaking off that injury. Mooney left-footed drive, high up over the apex.
Yeah, good bit of play from the boys there. It's I don't mind strikers being a bit greedy. That's how some of the forwards have done so well over the last few years with us. It's a bit having that greediness, so I don't mind that at all.
Corner over on the far side. Going to be whipped in again by Tommy O'Sullivan. Right hand raised. O'Sullivan fires it in towards the near post. Not headed away, and it's been buried by the number 23, Ben Gehring. Well, it looked like there may have been a missed header at the near post, but the centre half, Gehring, planted the ball true, firm, onto his forehead. Nothing Weaver could do about that one. And Leamington find themselves 1-0 down.
Yeah, frustrating that for the boys. Have made a good start, good energy, and seemed a bit of a free header, which is what the gaffer spoke about at the start of the game, so he won't be happy about that one.
Paul Hollering in full voice now. Another bit of a wayward clearance by Jake Cole, the keeper there, but again King just drops back in and helps out. Morley sends it down the line to Mooney. Mooney, really good touch on his chest, spins away, tries to play in Turner behind. Turner has it inside the box now, tries to find Mooney again. Mooney right-footed, and it's just skews wide. Really good bit of play there from Leamington. Mooney, Turner, interchanging passes between them. Mooney got it back on his right foot, shaped to shoot, tried to bend one into that far corner.
A really good play again, midfielder runners as well, which is what we need with that energy in there. So it's working with them 3 at the minute. It's just got to keep it up.
Stephen Morley now takes the throw in, sends it in towards Junior English. He wins the flick on well, and Joe Parker just couldn't get on the end of it. But like you say, that's what Junior English brings, doesn't he? That physical prowess in the opposition box.
That is what he's been thrown in there to do. So no, that was good. Gives them something else to think about as well. Haven't quite got the same tempo that we had first half. Now's the time where we need to sort of put a bit more pressure on the back four now, and maybe take a couple more risks.
Junior English wins the flick on. It comes down to Kelsey Mooney, and Kelsey Mooney, it's a really good save by Cole.
Just doesn't go in for him at the minute. Well coached and everything there.
Really good free kick by Jake Weaver, was headed on by Junior English. Like we say, that's what he's been brought on to do, be that physical presence, and the ball dropped to Mooney. Mooney looked like he was going to bury it. Cole stuck out an arm, came off him. You've got to hand credit to the goalkeeper. Really good save. Junior English this time will take the throw in as the Breaks fans find their voice beyond the goal. English takes the throw in, flicked on over towards the onrushing Mooney, comes to the edge of the box towards Meredith. Meredith strikes into the box, into the feet of Mooney again. He just can't quite bring it down. Better attacking intent from Leamington.
Yeah, we needed to land on that one there. It's bouncing in their box, and normally they get towed in against us. So, but no, positive. Couple of chances there.
Here's Kelly Evans, who does whip it in near post. It's headed down, it's headed in. Oh, and it's headed into the arms of Cole. Junior English would have a throw in on that right hand side. He hurls it deep into the box where Leamington try and win the first header. Morrison tries to get a second ball. Devon Kelly Evans sends one towards the M40, and that is high, and that sums up perhaps some of Leamington's frustration at the moment.
I think you want it to fall to anyone. It's going to be Dev there.
He's got it all wrong, didn't he? Got under that one a little bit. Gloucester trying to keep a really high line. Leamington may get one more chance because the header is allowed to win, and well, Chisholm, the referee, blows the final whistle, and there it is. Leamington suffer a defeat in the first game of the new year, and they'll be slightly frustrated because there was chances that they could have taken, but either way, Gloucester are the ones that pick up the points. The goal coming in the first half from a corner. Ben Gehring, slightly free header. He was the man that has been the difference this afternoon. It's finished here. Leamington 0, Gloucester City 1.
Not so much of a happy new year today, Paul. Your thoughts on the loss against Gloucester City?
I think it's similar to all the three games over Christmas, really. There's been very little in all three games. We've ended up with a point. Our performance, I think if you look at the stats of shots on our goal between the two Gloucester games and the Telford game, we've done more than enough defensively in all three games. We've certainly created enough chances in all three games, but what we have done in two of the three games, we've been very sloppy. Our concentration levels, we've made individual errors, whether it's the goals against Telford, whether it's the set play where we've haven't dealt with the near post, and there's people in that area to deal with it. And sadly over Christmas, for all the effort and for all the moving people about and getting people off the sick bed and drafting loan players in left, right and centre, and for all the effort we've done, and I think there's been a lot of good things in our performances, sadly the mistakes have cost us dearly. Probably a fair reflection might have been 5, 6, 7 points over Christmas. We've ended up with one. And listen, and fair play to Gloucester second half. I thought first half we probably edged it and were unlucky to be 1-0 down. I thought second half they used all their experience and know-how. Struggled to get, they broke the game up well and they looked really dangerous on the counter. Didn't quite get a grip of it in the middle of the park. But we've still put enough good quality in the box, and the ball's been bouncing around enough in their box for us to take one of them 3 or 4 good opportunities, really. If I'm being 100% honest, that maybe this little breather might come well. We're patching Morrison up to play, we're patching Morley up to play, we're dragging players in from here, there and everywhere. Dan Turner hasn't been good this week, so maybe just a little breather might help us. Give us an opportunity maybe to 1, maybe 2, somewhere close in a couple of weeks' time. Just listen, it's a very unforgiving league. We know what this league is about. It's very fine margins, and probably the last 2 games here against Telford and Gloucester, where we could have won both, but we've ended up with 1 point. There'll be plenty more of them, and we have to cut out these little lapses. Probably be a little bit more clinical in the opposing box, because that's certainly something that has been a dampener for us as well. But there's so much positivity about the performances as well. That's a frustrating thing. But sadly, sometimes when you don't get the results, people will just look at, and I get that, but I have to look at all the ingredients, and the ingredients are the facts are that we've got a lot of good players missing. We've had to go into the loan market and bring some young boys in who I think have done really well. We're having to patch a few good pros up who are getting through it for us, and it's tough for us at the moment, and they probably did deserve a draw or a win over Christmas somewhere else there. It hasn't happened, and that's football, and if you want to hang around at this level, you've got to be able to deal with it, and we've got to show some resilience, and that's what we'll aim to do going into January.
And it was the 406th appearance for James Mace today, equalling Josh Blake's record set back in 2009. How much of a fantastic servant has he been to the football club, and how much of a professional is he in and around this young squad?
Well, I think the fact that he's playing in the National League after the ACL injury, when he's he's well into his 30s now, James. I won't quote the age. The fact that the ACL, late in his career, a defender. Then with COVID, it was put back, and he's been out for probably 18 months all in all. I think you don't need many words, because the many defenders at any level right through football that would be able to get through that at his age and come back and perform as well as he has done over Christmas. And he's another one that we've had to throw in for 3 games in a week over Christmas that ideally we don't want to do, but we haven't had no choice, sadly, and that's why it's difficult for me, because I know in the 3 games that the players have dug so deep and worked so hard and fine margins, a few mistakes, a couple of missed chances, and that's the difference between 1 point and probably 6 points. And that's where we are. Listen, December's not been a good month for us, and January hasn't started great. But we've just got to show some resilience now and get back on it, and hopefully start picking some more points up.